we're doing our book reviews. We've done Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and now we've got an interesting book, Poverty Proof, from Douglas Kruger. PJ, you've actually met him or listened to him. I've read some of his previous books, and it's interesting. He always takes 50 concepts, 50 ideas, 50 tips. It's quite practical that you can include. But where did you meet him?
I don't know if no one knows this, but we did Toastmasters. The difference between ourselves and Douglas, he actually won. Like the national competition and did very well internationally. I think won maybe. But yeah, no, very good speaker. So
just quickly
he
on
talks about his
Masters, PJ, always have jokes, but the one lady is, he shouldn't always try to be funny. That was the one criticism of PJ. You can understand why.
And that's why we stopped.
Fransjo, both of you have read Poverty Proof. What was your key takeaways? Did you enjoy it? What can people learn when they read Poverty of Douglas Kruger, obviously a South African?
Yeah, so
I
think, what I loved most about the book is it's only 180 pages.
You love it.
So, yeah, short attention span, so I absolutely loved it. For me, what I loved the most about the book was it's just easy concepts. It's things that you think is just common sense, but we know common sense isn't that common for everyone. So I really loved it, and it shows 50 different ways of building wealth. And from what we've seen, from what we've all read, we've read Morgan Housel. I haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad yet. I will do that. But everything sort of comes down to the same thing. Income needs to be more than expenses, and you need to have a certain mindset for it. What I absolutely loved about this book was it's just so practical. Anyone can read it. It's not a hard read. And it adds so much value to your life because it's just some sort of aha moment that you get with a lot of them. So I really love the book.
Yeah, you say it's an easy read. And what's nice about this, you can only read one concept. You can only just read one concept per day, meaning 2 pages, and then you can stop. It's not like read it from front to back.
That's how I like to read a book. So I don't read fiction and these types of books. So with this, so easy just to look at. Okay, here is one concept. Open it up, read it. Like you said, very practical and easy to understand. There's no financial jargon and things that we, talk to each other about. So I think it's a really easy book. Let's be honest, it's not rocket science, but it's the type of things that you don't think about always. It's the type of things that someone sometimes need to remind you about. And
you still need to execute. Whatever's in there, it needs to go into action, and you need to execute. So what I love about it as well, it's not a get-rich-quick book. It says that from the start. It says wealth is accumulated over a long-term period. One of the wealth destructors, there we go.
Good news, nobody does this all in one go. That sums it up.
So one of the wealth destructors is instant gratification. And he says a wealth builder is delayed gratification. And he shows research there that shows that if people are impulsive buyers, their chances of building wealth decreases drastically compared to someone who likes waiting or who's got discipline waiting.
But it's very much like the Rich Dad Poor Dad concept, if the delayed gratification. Don't just go, for instance, I want to get the job with the highest salary. What's your longer term plan? Where can you create more wealth? He talks about 50 ways to train your brain for wealth. Can you train your brain for wealth?
I think that's what we talk about. It's mostly a mindset. So I think you are lucky when you come out of a house like Rich Dad, where someone talks about finances, you got it from your parents. And I think for a majority of South Africans, you don't get that at home, or definitely not at school. So you have to train your mind. You don't get born with a financial delayed gratification. That's the marshmallow test with kids. Everyone wants to eat that marshmallow now. You have to learn delayed gratification.
They track those kids down. So in Morgan Housel's,
some of them are very fat.
And that test didn't just show financial performance later on in their lives. It showed how well they did at college as well, the type of jobs that they got. So it wasn't just finances. It's in Morgan Housel's book, Same as Always. You'll see that there. They actually went and they tracked those kids down. And those kids were a lot further in life, more successful than the kids that didn't show well at instant gratification. So that
But it's something you learn.
I think it's something you can obviously learn, and you're supposed to teach your children these type of things. We never teach our spouses anything about finance, so you can ask me. But teach your children delayed gratification as well.
Hopefully you can learn it, because for my 2-year-old son, he wants his sweet now. So, but I think you can definitely learn it. And let's practically, how can you learn it? I think talking to different people, talking about it, reading.
Reading books like
That's why they say number one for all CEOs, successful people, they read. Even if they do know a hell of a lot, they still read, because that's where you learn. So I think definitely.
So I think
reading
it's
is one-
easier these days because you've got access to books and YouTube videos and a lot of things that you didn't have previously.
Yeah, and once again, if one of these 50 resonates to you, only one, that's 100% fine. And I think that's why it's nice. There's 50, you can choose which ones to implement or which ones not. So I think definitely it's a go.
Definitely.
The book.
It's 180 Rand roundabout, so it's not going to break the bank. It's such a great investment, and reading is such a great investment. Someone once told me, if you want to earn more, learn more. And I think that is so true. So anyone out there, grab that book. It's absolutely brilliant.
So what's next in line for you reading-wise?
Currently, it's Simon Sinek, Start With Why. Brilliant book as well. I must say I've had quite a few good books that I've read. Start With Why. Probably gonna end off with that one end of this week.
Yeah, I'm on same as ever now, Morgan Housel.
Yeah, same as ever. Just finished with Start With Why. So, but I've got a special one but we'll have to wait for next time. Things that actually practically help me in my life, but you'll have to wait for that. Gents, thank you. Poverty Proof. Any questions, your comments will be appreciated. Enjoy.